Hello everyone, my name is Bearbell and today we are talking about some action movies. So we talked about before the horror movies and sexuality in this channel. I just think if we talk about the other ones, maybe it will be nice about. So let's get started. About the action movies, actually there are not much because all the time they are just running around across the world, just going one country to other, and we are not catching the every place. Like the main character one time in a China fighting with a bad man, maybe a monster, maybe murderer of his wife, I don't know. And where scene ends, it just appearing actually he was in Korea, and all the fight scene, all the reaction, all the drama, it's about dreaming, it's about actually nothing. I was just like, it wasn't real. Oh my god, right now I am so shocked, surprised. Yes, surprise, motherfucker. And they are just always running, just traveling, fighting. There are just so many guns, women, and drinking, those kind of stuff involved with the action movies. And the starting part, it just like goes always, there is story behind the men and how they kill his wife or I don't know, a girlfriend, and the men try to hunt the murderer or the bad guys, and we just watching the movie all the time, just 1v9. He was like invincible, like he just fight, maybe getting some wound, but never die, never let it go, like we are not humans. I mean, of course, if my girlfriend, my woman just murdered, kidnapped, of course I want to search for her, but really, seriously, just why am I always the special forces one? Always I am from army and some kind of fucked up guy. My story just goes for the bad terms and bad dealings. And in the end, I just met some pretty girl and she just made me a better person, which is also, I don't understand. Like how? I was just so deep into this shit. And still, however, some girl just appearing nowhere else and just hanging out with her, not because I want, because the circumstances just force us to just hanging out in a hotel in a night, I don't know. And after that, she just changing my life all over the place. Like I was a so bad guy and right now I want the redemption. I just want to fix all my mistakes, all the bad things I just did. And how can I possibly, like 30 years of killing, murdering and bad stuff, just dealing the drug, how am I going to just make it up for her because of her? How am I just going to manage that? Nobody cares, just the important part, me, her, and fixing, at least trying to fix all the bad stuff, all the bad happenings. And in movie probably there is some bad and huge mistakes involving, and I am trying to fix that. And if I can manage to fix that huge fucked up bad shit, probably I will be angel as it was. Like I will be victorious, I will be clear like a baby. How and why I am just even want to change that much? I mean, when you're bad, when you're evil, you know that, right? I'm not evil, don't get me like that. But if you're a bad guy, you don't want to change that much often. Like I know those guys actually at the first place they weren't that bad, and the circumstances just pushed them to being bad. But seriously, you have money, you have a woman, all the fancy life. One day you just waking up and seeing some pretty girl and want to change your entire life. Shit, No way. There is no other way that you want to do it. No. Why would you do that? I mean, we have to just pay our bills, there's so much responsibility, all the hard work, our bosses, and we are not just happy, our jobs, lives, and we are watching those movies and they're just trying to change that life to us. Seriously, right now you're just thinking, no, that just, my friend, that's just bad. No, I know that the storyline or the man himself, definitely a bad guy. But seriously, if you are just too deep, like 20 years of that work and still trying to change your life because of one woman, you're definitely insane or you're seriously innocent or an angel. I know the movies try to tell us everyone can be find the salvation or redemption, those kind of terms, but come on, really? Like, there are tons of money around you and all the free alcohol, food, no responsibility, there is no tomorrow. I know you can possibly die tomorrow in this job, but wait, what? I can die too. Like, seriously, maybe tomorrow just a car hit me and I'm gonna die, who knows? And I know the risk of this job, the possibilities, there's high, but seriously, I want to stay high. And just some fight scene like Commit Me Bro and 1v9 fights, like nobody can destroy or beat him because he's invincible, because he's the main character of movie. Nobody can do that. If somebody just in the movie equal to him, believe me, he is going to beat the shit out of him. Definitely, because he is the main character. That is the whole reason. I know some parts of the movies, they are just slow him down, maybe broke their legs, arms, but he's going to recover and definitely find those guys and make them pay. Like, no judgment day, like there is no way the bad guys can escape from him because he's the ultimate hunter. Nobody can hunt him, nobody can stop him, and eventually, like every time, the greatness, the kindness will be there for him. And in the end, eventually, at the end of the movie, we always see like he just find the money, get the girl in a beach, just drinking a little martini. Like seriously, why every time those kind of action movies ended up in a beach like that? Or of course we see one fucking beach scene. Like, why there's has to be beach involving in it? Like, before we talk about the horror movies, there's of course a beautiful girl and of course a falling love story, and behind that maybe a little sexuality, a little sex scene. I am not just against sexuality, okay? I am enjoying.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But eventually, okay, I get it. The sexuality, it is not about the horror movie, it is not about the action movie, it is about us and involving with all the movie sector. And in the end, of course, that guy always win. Definitely the good guy, the main character, always win. If he didn't win or fail or lose, definitely there will be another movie about he's going to beat the shit out the whole world. Like, they are making a trilogy or some kind of that, and they just doing those movies just part to part. Like, first part, they are just beating him, he just respond and it's not enough. The second movie, he just training, getting better, and the third movie, he just beat the shit out of the whole world. Like in reality, one guy, while he's sleeping, just shooting in head, boom, Denzel. But in the movie, no way. He just sleep in the dark, in the shadows, nobody can find him, nobody can just fight with him, he's too clever, he is just beyond this world. Like these days, who believe that? Of course, these days they are making more than that, but if they are looking that past, like 10 years, there's always that, like always, come on. Just ended up, we don't like that anymore, just give it the old direction. Don't give it a. So that's all here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please punch that like button, hit that, like nobody can do it, like 1v9, 1v10, just do it, punch it, and make sure you subscribe. If you're against 10 people, nobody cares, just subscribe that fucking button. Until see you next time. Bye bye. In these days, of course, nobody care about the money, nobody care about the Poseidon and the position and in this position.